Hello, I'm Philip Stoten. I'm here at Apex 2018. I'm joined by three ladies from IPC to talk about tomorrow's STEM activities here. Really important program. Nancy, I know you were part of the initial development of this program. Tell me how it came about and what the initiative was all about at the beginning.
Okay, a couple things. One, as a female engineer myself, when I was in high school, I had no idea what an engineer did. So I know what it feels like not to understand. You know, they keep telling you, "Oh, go into this field. This is a great field," and you have no clue what it is. So STEM activities in general are extremely important to me. I do several of them in the Chicago area. So Alicia and I were talking one day, and she said she was bringing her daughter.
Okay.
And I went, it popped in my head, and I went, have we ever brought high school kids into the show? I said, this would give them an opportunity to see the electronics industry. And we know that the industry is graying, and we're trying to bring younger people on board. And this is a great opportunity for them to see the machines in action and to understand what we actually do. I mean, they all know about electronics because it runs their phones, their computer games, but they don't necessarily know how it's all made, and this can explain it to them.
Yeah.
And it also gives them an opportunity to see all the different areas that are involved. It's not just you have to be an electrical engineer. There's so many different ways you can contribute to the electronics field. So it really started with that germ of an idea.
Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about your daughter. Specifically, there's a desire to understand how it works, but also you use the word opportunity to actually identify the opportunities that exist for young people in this industry. One of the stats that wasn't in John's presentation this morning, but I heard at CES this year, was 6 million app designers in the world. When I was at school, there was no such thing as an app designer. So there are all kinds of new, exciting careers. That's part of the challenge, isn't it, to let people know about this?
Yeah, I think so. And I think because kids are being exposed to smartphones and tablets and those types of things at a lot younger age, they're more curious on how they work. And STEM programs are now starting in middle school. You know, my daughter loves math, she loves science. And in talking to Nancy, I'm like, I think that there's a future for her in this field. So any science activity that she sees on Facebook that she thinks my daughter would like, she loves making slime, she'll send me information. My daughter attends STEM in school. And in talking to our various councils at IPC, the challenge is letting these kids know at an earlier age that they can consider this field, electronics manufacturing, before they even enter college. I think once you enter college, they already have established programs, but there's so many different fields and opportunities in our industry. And that's Nancy and I just brainstormed, and we're like, yeah, high school kids, those are the ones that we want to reach. So that's how it all started.
Yep. So it started, you've created a program. Andrea, give me an idea of what's included in that, the program that you're rolling out tomorrow.
So, everything is starting right at 9:15, and John Mitchell's going to be there. He's going to kick off the program. He's going to actually make a donation to both schools on behalf of IPC for the STEM and the sponsors, so they can do more STEM activities at their school. We have David Bergman. He's going to be doing his demo, which you guys could probably explain a little bit more in detail.
It's making a circuit assembly out of peanut butter and jelly, or common household item.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of candy. I think I saw an emoji candy, so those are really popular now with children, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And another great thing, I think Nancy had her hand in this, is she's having the emerging engineers come, she's having other volunteers so they can network with these people, with these children, and hopefully give them some more knowledge on how to take it further if they're really interested in science and STEM activities.
And Nancy, you're going to get them out here on the show floor, you're going to show them around some of the exhibits, and there are many, many companies here that have their own STEM programs. So actually kind of bringing them together is really, really valuable for your membership.
I think so, and so we'll get them out here on the show floor, show them the equipment, show it how. After David shows them how to make a circuit assembly from common household items, common household food items, then they'll actually see the real equipment down here. And so it'll help kind of drive it home. And then we're going to take them back upstairs and have a panel discussion so they can talk with industry leaders and ask some questions. And again, we're making sure that we have an engineer or somebody from the industry at their table. So again, to help, we've called upon the emerging engineers again to help with this, to sit there and answer questions and whatever comes up, whatever topic comes up, we'll be able to answer.
Well, yeah, and just having that debate and getting them fired up and getting them asking questions is going to be really important. Alicia, last question. You've obviously got a lot of sponsors involved in this. A lot of the big companies here are really keen to get involved in this. It's another example of how IPC brings its members' initiatives together and kind of focuses them into an event.
Yeah, I mean, it started last year at this MIMO Council meeting. They approached us and asked, what are we doing to recruit the next generation? And when this opportunity came up, I said, hey guys, this is what we can do. What do you think about it? And they're like, yeah, we're all in, go for it. And we were really happy to be able to do that. And the outpouring of support from our sponsors is so much appreciated because we wouldn't be able to do it without them.
Yeah, and it's a fantastically important area for the industry. We need to figure out how to bring people into the industry, but also to educate them for those jobs that we don't even know what they are yet. So.
I think it'll be interesting to ask those kids tomorrow is how many of you actually knew that this was a career option for you, and that'll be our answer, that there's a lot more work to do for us.
Yeah, and I think another phase, and I don't know if there's anything going on this, I know it has happened with some of your sponsors, but it's getting them into some of those factories, because I think there's a perception that those factory environments are quite unpleasant, quite dirty, and actually some of them are pretty amazing.
And we actually have something in the works for that as well, is to try to organize some of those efforts as well, so more to come.
Okay. Exciting day tomorrow. Look forward to it. Thanks very much for stopping by to chat, guys. And
thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for the initiative.